Good Saturday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV. The internal combustion engine age YouTube channel talks all about cars, trucks, motorcycles, SUVs, campers, blah, 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 blah. It's Saturday, blah. It's Saturday. Good Saturday morning. Not a real long video, just a good morning. A shout out to the fans. Are they the fans? The community. What are they? The subscribers, the interaction, the fun. It's gloomy doomy. And Chris and Shannon want to ride motorcycles. So yeah, but the weather just kind of like isn't the most desirable. But you know what? Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I could run down to the dump, get rid of all the trash, and not me, other things. And I finally got my Inmotion new air jacket module. I should have done this months ago, but I never thought about doing it. And that's because it's just always me being distracted with so many other things in my life going on. Watch my channel. I kind of got creative yesterday, and I was able to make the 360 instant camera be on my Droid phone, this phone right here, and that made it so I could really incorporate the instant 360 camera along with this. So one of the videos was kind of strange. There's Don. Good morning, Don. Yeah, I've got to get this thing out of my arm. It's going to fall on the ground. It just doesn't end. It's the Inmotion technology where these things have gone bad. They sent me 2 or 1. They can't even tell. Just 1. And so a little switch, another one broke. So I've been fighting this thing for a while. Yeah, that's those air jackets that explode if you ever come off your bike. Hopefully that will help you have severe injuries, but who the hell knows? So I got 2 of those jackets, but they won't send back. They wouldn't send me 2. So they want to diagnose the next one. They won't charge. So, oh well, whatever. At least they responded very quickly on that. Anybody out there in my selling dealer, JT Motorsports, told me to call Climb to get that replaced. No, you don't do that. Climb has nothing to do with this technology. So you got to call Inmotion to Inmotion, I think it is, or something like that. So you got to call them, and they're pretty good. They're very fast. So here we are, Saturday morning. What are we doing now? I don't know. What the hell are we doing? It's just so much. Hey, where'd Don go? Oh no, the 450's gone. Where'd he go? Yeah, that rascal. He's out there riding the 450. Everybody, good Lord, man. Yeah, I think everybody knows that little joke there. But hey, the Honda Trike, love it. Why do you love it? Hey, sorry to hear about Gail's adventure with her husband yesterday, driving out to Skyline Hurley to get a value on their Hurley to sell it, and it sounds like they were in atrocious traffic, which this area is notorious for that. Atrocious. I mean, it's just so bad on the traffic, and apparently they got sidetracked. They were driving down muddy roads. Wow. I mean, I would be concerned about muddy roads on a full-size Hurley. And so apparently she and Brian got to the Skyline Hurley, and it wasn't the news they wanted. So a lot of work, a lot of aggravation to go all the way out there, which that is a good drive for where they were, and in all the traffic, and being kicked off the side roads, which kind of really sucks. But right now, I'm sure most people will realize the used market's not the market right now for anything, because all the new stuff is not moving as quickly, so it's very challenging for you to have any great value of a used product because they're giving away new product, and the dealerships in some ways don't want the used product because they're having challenges of getting people into the dealership. But I don't know. I'm not the expert on that by any means. I would just have to speculate from all the news, the gloom and doom you read, that's probably what's going on. Now, yesterday, I mentioned that the Mustang GTD, Ford finally reached out to me. And sent me an email on the status of my application for the Ford Mustang GTD, which, if you're very abreast of what that car is, that possibly could be, besides the Ford GT, that could possibly be one of Ford's most badass production street legal race car to date. And I know there's other cars they've built. It was the Super Cobra, the Cobra Jet, which I looked at one of those years ago, but it's just so much money for what I'd ever use it for, so I never could come to terms with that and just too much of a track car. If you know what I'm talking about, the Ford Cover Jet's a Mustang that's built to go to the racetrack. I mean, it's a badass car, expensive. Only built a few. Collector's item, sure it is. I had a chance to get one, but too much money and didn't make any sense. So, yeah, right, too much money, right? Yeah, too much money, man. This is just, oh my gosh, just, yikes. So, anyways, Ford reached out and sent me a very nice letter saying that they appreciated my application. There's an overwhelming response of people wanting the limited production of 3,000 of these Ford Mustang GTDs that are going to be, they're going to be like $325 to $350. And then people will be getting probably 500 for them that actually get them. And so anyways, you probably know the theme of my voice. No, Mr. Iceman does not get, I do not qualify to get the Mustang GTD. And you know, for the record, I don't have the money to buy the car. So even I thought it'd be pretty cool for them to actually approve me just for me to be able to brag I could do it. But in all sincereness, I do have a personal friend that would buy it for me. So just to show you, I'm very fortunate. I know a lot of people, and I'm not embellishing. So there was a person that said, if you get approved, I will buy that with the understanding we're going to split the profits. And I'm like, I'm up for it. So that's why I pursued that avenue. But you have to say to yourself, what other private citizen in this country has owned probably 100 plus Ford products since 2017? It could be 200 Ford products. I'd like to know. So it's, you know, it's the same old story. The person that's reviewing my application, they don't know who the hell I am. And there's the favoritism, no doubt in my mind. The guys have all the money, are calling the GM at the dealership. If I don't get that car, this is what I'm gonna do. I mean, that's just life. It's so unfortunate for us. I mean, some people think that I'm this this incredibly successful, worth millions. I'm not. I'm just a hard-working, average citizen that has leveraged everything to the hilt to go sign another loan to buy a car. So I don't have the wealth that people think I have. I would, if all this disappeared, sincerely, if I got rid of all my cars and trucks and motorcycles, over time, would I have a good amount of money? Years and years, I would. Not overnight. Not overnight. There's tax liabilities on monies. A lot of these things have tax deductions and things like that. But yeah, this is extremely expensive. And yeah, you're probably going to start to see this stuff. I mean, I'm not making these stories up. You're going to start seeing this stuff disappear. It's not working out. My idea of how successful I would be as a person and my company and my YouTube channel, it just isn't playing out the way I thought. And that's what people say is you plan for the worst and hope for the best. Well, I plan for the best and then experience the worst. So yeah, so one of my subscribers wants a Corvette. Yeah, that may come available. Brian down there in Georgia is like not sitting there. Camaro Z28, that's not going anywhere. I mean, in all sincereness, I got to keep certain things. But other things probably just have to go bye-bye. Race truck, probably stay. So anyways, but I don't know. It's very challenging times for me. And I'm just being very forthright and forthcoming to all of you that what I've created on a YouTube channel that I thought really this would explode my channel of just people tuning into my channel and seeing this guy that has this whole collection of all these different cars. And then if you take the time to go through the library of all my cars and vehicles, you would see all the reviews and all the different talk and conversations that I've brought to my channel to really no avail. The biggest thing I've won on the YouTube channel is incredible friendships with people I've never met in person. So that's very cool. That value, you can't even put a value on that. But as far as the financial, in one of my subscribers, I think it was Vinny, or the help desk, I just can't keep track of all this. It's challenging for me because it's a conversation with one person on another person. Point is, they reached out and said, do you think that your YouTube channel influenced what you have created of all these cars and trucks? And I said, motorcycles. I said, yeah, in many ways it has, because I thought it would draw more people to my channel for the craziness of a guy that has all this stuff. And who has all of it? I can tell you right now, there's nobody out there that's just an average guy that goes to work every day like I do. I'm not talking about, I didn't inherit wealth. I don't have a father giving me money. I don't have anybody giving me money. It's all on me. And I was never some superstar athlete or entertainer or just incredibly talented code writer. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's all sincereness. If you're an IT guy and you get with the right company, you know, you can make a lot of money. The stock options, that's where I'm so disappointed for me right now that I didn't think to buy into NVIDIA. Oh my gosh. I'm so disappointed. Because that could have been the $1 million payout for me to help my life. And I even talked about it in so much great length, but nobody ever tapped me on the shoulder and say, hey dude, when you talk about this artificial intelligence, why wouldn't you actually go buy some stock on these companies you're talking about? Because NVIDIA went through the roof. It was like 1,000%. If I spent 10 grand in NVIDIA, I'd probably have $1 million right now. Wow. Yeah, and I could have done that. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so not here to harbor on the blues by any means. I'm just sharing with you the update of the Ford Mustang GTD because a lot of people out there a lot of people think I'm getting it. No, I don't qualify. And it's okay. I mean, once again, in my eyes, it isn't okay because for Ford, if you watch my channel, it's been dominant Ford talk. And here's an update on the Ford Black Lightning truck. This is classic. So they took that truck down there, and they figured out that the battery, the regular old 12-volt battery in that truck, had died, and that's why the truck wouldn't charge or work. So now, yesterday, my daughter and Brian, after working throughout the day yesterday, they come back in to go by Kuhn Sterling Ford to pick up that black truck. So my daughter calls me and goes, hey, Dad, they want $521 tow bill for that truck. I'm like, what? I mean, this got me pissed off. $521? We ain't paying that friggin' bill. That truck's under warranty. I haven't bought all the back-end crap of $7,000 worth of the extended warranty, the service maintenance plan, the tire wheel protection, the gap. It's ridiculous. I give so much favoritism to these dealerships and the back end, these finance guys, where they make a ton of money off of me. And that's okay. But the whole point is, I'm like, no, I have everything covered in that truck. I don't pay a cent. So now they're like, I said, let me talk to the service advisor, Hampton down there. So Hampton gets on the phone, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, well, you got to pay the bill. I'm like, no, I don't. You're paying the bill. He's like, well, no, you're going to have to call the warranty company and extended blah, 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 blah to get them to reimburse you. Like, no. I said, put my daughter back on the phone. I'm like, Julia, go find Matt. And everybody on Kuhn Sterling Ford, ever since Asbury Automotive Group has bought out the Kuhn's organization, slowly but surely, everybody's leaving. Slowly but surely, Asbury Automotive Group is replacing people, but it's a no-brainer. If you're making $1 million a year at Kuhn Sterling Ford, you're going to now make $500,000 a year. If you're making $500,000 a year, you're going to make $200,000 now. If you're making $200,000, you're going to make $100,000. They're just cutting everybody. They're getting rid of all the people that make too much money. That's just number one rule of business buyout. You just get rid of everybody who's overpaid. But the downside is they replace people that are incompetent. Yes, incompetent. So now my daughter, thank goodness, finds Matt down there who knows me personally and is a great guy. And he has authority down there. And I start telling him what the hell's going on. So he goes up in the back. He's like, look. I said, I'm going to tell you straight up right now. If I have to pay that $521 bill, you'll never ever see me ever again at your dealership. Never. I mean, this is ridiculous. And he's with me. He says, let me tell you what happened. Since Hampton called in the pickup for your truck, instead of you calling it in, it's on you. I'm like, yeah, well, Hampton doesn't know what he's doing. I had no problem calling a tow company to come get the truck. He's like, right, well, that's where Hampton made the mistake. I'm like, right, so that's his mistake. It's his bill, not my bill. Well, so now Hampton has taken the truck key and disappeared. Because Matt's like, you know what, Gary? You can take the truck home. I will handle this and get it resolved. Cool. Now my daughter tells me last night that now Hampton's disappeared. They can't find a key or him. What's going on? So then, make it even more ridiculous, the service tech that worked on it didn't even fix it. It didn't even fix the damn thing. Be unbelievable. And it is so bad. And I was telling my daughter last night, this is what happens in life where businesses come in and they circumvent everybody that worked there for years, and they bring in all these incompetent people that'll work for half the pay, and this is the service you get. And then it's like, I won't go. Do you think I'm going to be going back to Kuhn Sterling Ford? Hell no. Nope. You think I'm going to trust their service in? Nope. I already know for a fact all their good service technicians have left. They've moved on. So, I mean, just incredible. So just to share with you, what an aggravation. Just very aggravating, very maddening, and just a shame. And meanwhile, the GM down there that got the job, Trey, is, you know, he's going to make $1 million, $2 million a year sitting down there running that dealership under their Asbury Automotive Group, under their their cutthroat policies now and how they do things. And yeah, right. What a joke. So there it is. That's it. I just want to update everybody on the channel that the GTD Mustang, you'll never see one in my garage. And would that have been a huge hit on my channel? You know, it probably would have been a decent amount of hits. But there's going to be a gazillion people out there showing their face, on their face. So look at my GTD that I just got. Look at this. And they're going to brag on it and brag about it and use it just like me. They'll never use it to the extreme it was ever built for. Select few will, but most won't. So it sounds negative, but hey, sometimes you need the negativity with the overcast, the gloom and doom. I got to get the garbage out of here. Chris and Shannon want to go have breakfast. And for them, they'll be waiting on me versus me waiting on them. Now the wife's going to go to the gun range and go have lunch with one of her great good friends. So she's got her day planned. And for me, it's whatever. The grass needs to be cut, but it's too wet. So that's it, everybody. Appreciate all the nice comments. Appreciate the support. And stay tuned for more adventures on Ice HCV. Have a great, blessed Saturday.